Okay, we're back. Alrighty now. It is Monday, and I want to go over today's trades. There was 23 trade opportunities today, and of those 23, 11 I would have taken between hours of 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I'm going to go through those 11 trades. And actually, what's sad is that of those 11, there's actually one loss. Really super annoying. I haven't lost forever, but I'm going to show you when I would have exited out of it with a minimal amount of damage. Okay. So we're still going to discuss that because sometimes it does happen. The system does have losses. What happens is the candle that came down only went 2 ticks past my entry point, and then that was it. And so we'll get to that one in just a minute. So, but first, that was later in the day at 12, yeah, about 12:30 in the afternoon. So anyway, let's go to the charts and start with the morning, okay? So we're looking at 5 o'clock in the morning right here, but it's at 5:18, and I'm going to show both screens so that way we can see this. And so, okay, so here's 517, 518. So I'm looking for entry point. So I make this smidge bigger. Bigger, bigger. Thank you. Entry point's at 450, which is right about here, okay? So 450 is inside this bar. The yellow line I already crossed. We're looking good. We take this at 518 and then we make money. So at 450, I would place my buy order right there. Boom, in and out, and we're done for there, okay? So that's the first one. The next one happens to be at 548, which is this one right here. I was trading this one live. I did not take this trade for two reasons, broke two rules. The YDL candle ratio was off, and also because this blue cross jumped up and before it came all the way down. So I knew to exit on that one. It did work out eventually, but it got super choppy, and I don't like dealing with the chop. I don't like the chop. I like direction. I like, yeah, good strong movement. Okay. So and then yeah, the YDL with this guy, it just didn't cross over at all. So it's gonna be hard. Sorry if I'm pulling this across. Oh, that's right. You had tons of these bars after the YDL had already crossed, and that's the ratio issue we're talking about. Okay. We'd like it. I like it about 4 minutes past the cross, which is eight of those candles. Anything past that, and you start to get the chop. Okay, just how the market works. All right, the very next one we're gonna go to is it's a little bit later. It's these guys right here, this mess. This is the opening bell. We don't trade the opening bell. This is 629, 630. It gets really choppy during that time. If you're trading a pro account, they don't like you trading during those times because of volatility. And so it's better not just to do that. I watched this live. It was actually a pretty decent sized movement up and down. And so, yeah, I just didn't trade this. But the next trade at 37 was a yes. And so our entry point for this is, I think, 20 at 83.25. So let me scroll over and we're going to see. So the YDL crossed right here. The yellow line crossed both white and brown. So we're looking good. We can place the entry point. And then we're at what I say, 82.75. So 82.75 is right there. And then boom, that movement came up. This bar came up, you're in, the L line's crossed, and you make your money and you get out. Okay. So that was a good movement right there for us as well. I think then after that we go on kind of a little bit of hot streak. So this is at 637, well, hot streak, and then we had another one at 709, which is this guy right here. This bar came down at 1475 at this entry point. It got me in at 707. And I'll just show you right real fast on this chart as well. Let's do this. Maybe next time. So yeah, so see this big bar. So the yellow line had crossed. Just kind of waiting. This is 1 minute. This is a 30-second chart. 1 minute, 2 minutes. And on the third minute, this swing would have gotten in me at, let's see, there's seven. So this is at 15. So 15 is actually down here somewhere. So right here. So it would have been this minute, this bar right here, this candle, and then what got you in and out, and you would have made your money right there. I hope you like this platform. Let me know if you don't like this platform. I'm showing you both sides so you see what I'm looking at in the morning. And it kind of goes over the rules of why I would take a trade and why I wouldn't take this trade. So if you don't like it, let me know. But it is a little moving around with the mouse often. So the next one after this was at 709, it's at 722. That's going to be a no. Uh, so again, at 722, the YDO ratio, we had tons of bars past it. And so it went past the number I would have taken. So I wouldn't have taken this trade. meaning that see all these candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 went way past my 8. Eight's my cutoff. Uh, and then we have another one here at 733. This one is a yes. You actually got in at 732 because this bar came all the way down at the entry point at 63.25. Now let me scroll this over to 731. And so at 63.25 is actually, I believe it's over here on this side. So yeah, you would have gotten in on this bar, and you had to watch this chart, okay? So as soon as this thing crossed over, hit the sell, it would have started up here, so you had a little bit of time, hit the sell button, and it dropped all the way down to 53. So there was $10 in there, which was 40 ticks. Big movement on there. It can it looks small, but 40 ticks is a lot. So especially if you're trading $25 a tick or $50 a tick or $5 a tick even, that's a big movement. Again, let me know if you don't like this process of me showing you these guys, but it does kind of help out a little bit, I believe. At least I hope it does. 742, again, this is a yes. I believe you got in just a little bit early at 741 because this bar would have shot all the way up. Our entry point would have been sitting here on this cross at say 550. And let me show you what I'm looking at on this side. 41, 41. Oh, back here. Oh yeah, I drew a line because I was really curious what would happen on this guy. And you would have gotten in on this candle right here, okay? This was at I believe it was 475-ish or 5, give or take. And so this bar would have closed. And so you wouldn't have been here just quite yet. And so you would have missed this one. And then you actually would have gotten in on this bar here at 741. And so this bar would have closed. You wouldn't have been in here because this one, it would have been sitting up higher at like 650. And the high of this wasn't that high. Okay. Uh, when I looked it all up. So you would have actually gotten in a little higher. You would have gotten in probably the tip of this one or the top of this one gotten in. And let me just verify. Now I'm curious. Hold, please. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a look. This is a pucker up moment because I was looking at this one again. And I wrote that down. I just missed it when I wrote it down on the other bar, the other side. So yeah, this is a pucker up moment. It did work, but also went down 32 ticks before. So you just missed it by $2. And then it shot up our direction. So you would have actually gotten in here, waited out a whole minute. And by the time the minute hit, then you would have made your money. But yeah, it would have been a little freaky. It would have got you in on this one, and then you just barely missed it. And so it was close, 32, 34 ticks. And then it came back down, and then it went back up. That's why I have my 40 tick stop loss. I can't tell you how many times I've looked at it, and if it does go past 40 ticks, no fun at all. But it will get really close to that often. And I believe there's only two times, say that one and one other time I wrote down that it got about that close. And so that's why I have that 40 tick stop loss. Okay. Before I lose, so look, the video is getting long. I'm going to jump over to the stop or the loss I had. It was at 1216. And let me just kind of scroll through this really fast. And so I'll push. Okay, this happened if I was looking at the charts and I was in here at 1475. This bar came all the way down. This is this bar. So it started at 9, didn't come all the way here, but 1475 is the bottom of this guy right here, okay? And then only went down to, I believe it was 1425 was a low, and it never went back up. I would have taken this trade 10 out of 10 times. It's just one of those times when it didn't work out for us. And so, which is kind of upsetting to me because I'm like, I like it when I go perfect, perfect, perfect day after day after day. But 10 out of 11 times is a pretty high ratio of win loss. And so sometimes that happens, but what I would show you particularly is that this bar at 16, so you would have got in the very tail end at 1630, and then it would have gone almost 17. So the bar closed right here at minute 17. That's when the blue cross jumped inside of this bar. Let me show it to you a little closer. Okay. As soon as you see this blue cross jump up, it's inside there, you got to exit. Okay. That's the point where you're like, I didn't get it on time. I need a bell. Okay. And if you didn't make your money before then, you got to jump out. Okay. So I want to let you know that. So if this thing comes down again, It would have got me in right about 14.75. Price would have shot up to about 17.25 closed. And then within a couple instances, this blue cross would have jumped inside the red bar. And then that's when you got to get out. It's not a 40 tick stop loss. It probably would have been somewhere between, I don't know, 14 to 20 ticks, but that's way better than losing $2,000. It's like 500 to $1,000 if you're trading 10 contracts at a time. But if you see that happen and it's going the wrong way, just jump out. Just cut bait, okay? All right, guys, that's the trades for today. I hope you like that format where I showed both screens. I was unable to go through all of the trades, but I did go through a number of them with those rules, pucker up one, and actually a loss, but when to get out before it goes up to, your 40 tick. So, all right, that's all I got for you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.